Power. Every kingdom, every government, every leader in history has fought for it. But more than 500 years ago, one man dared to write the rules of power openly. His name was Niccolò Machiavelli. Some people call him a genius. Others call him the most dangerous political thinker in history. Because Machiavelli believed something shocking. A ruler should do whatever it takes to keep power, even if it means lying, even if it means cruelty, even if it means betrayal. But why would a philosopher write something so dark? To understand that, we have to go back to Renaissance Italy. 1. The world Machiavelli lived in. During Machiavelli's lifetime, Italy was not a single country. It was divided into powerful city-states constantly fighting for control. Florence, Venice, Milan, Rome. Kings, popes, and armies were always plotting against each other. Alliances were made and broken overnight. Power could disappear in a single day. Machiavelli watched rulers rise to greatness and then lose everything. He realized something that shocked him. Good leaders didn't always survive, but ruthless leaders often did. This observation would lead him to write one of the most controversial books ever written. 3. Is it better to be loved or feared? One of Machiavelli's most famous questions was this: is it better for a ruler to be loved or feared? His answer became one of the most quoted lines in political history. He wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." Why? Because love depends on loyalty, but fear depends on control. People may abandon a leader they love when things become difficult, but people rarely betray someone they fear. However, Machiavelli warned about something important. A ruler must never become hated. Fear creates obedience, but hatred creates rebellion, and rebellion can destroy even the most powerful leaders. 4. The Fox and the Lion. Machiavelli believed that rulers must master two animals, the lion and the fox. The lion represents strength, power, military force. But strength alone isn't enough, because lions cannot recognize traps. That's where the fox comes in. The fox represents intelligence, deception, strategy. According to Machiavelli, a great ruler must be both, strong enough to crush enemies and clever enough to outsmart them. This combination, he believed, was the true secret of power.
5. Why Machiavelli was hated. When people first read Machiavelli's ideas, they were horrified. Many believed he was teaching rulers to become evil. In fact, the word Machiavellian still means manipulation, deception, and ruthless ambition. But some historians believe Machiavelli was misunderstood. They argue he wasn't encouraging evil. He was simply revealing how power really works. He looked at history and asked one question: why do some leaders survive while others lose everything? His answer was brutally honest. Power is not maintained by goodness alone. It is maintained by strategy.
More than 500 years later, Machiavelli's ideas are still discussed today. Politicians study them, business leaders quote them, and historians continue to debate them. Was Machiavelli a villain? Or was he simply the first philosopher brave enough to tell the truth about power? One thing is certain: his ideas changed the way the world understands leadership forever. And perhaps the most unsettling question is this: are modern leaders still following Machiavelli's rules without telling us? If you want to discover more hidden philosophies behind power, leadership, and human nature, subscribe to Philosophy of Power, because the greatest ideas in history are often the most dangerous.